They've given me a few minutes just to talk to all of you in our NASA family about emergency preparedness. NASA recently participated in a FEMA exercise called Eagle Horizon that was a part of a continuity of operations and government exercise that we do annually. And I became aware of some things that concern me about our family preparedness, and I wanted to talk to you very briefly. You know, we in NASA, we're an incredibly unique organization. We're the only agency in the federal government that's responsible for the safety and well-being of people not only here on Earth, but off this planet. So my experience in the astronaut office, my experience as an active duty Marine, always talked about the importance of family preparedness and to make sure that we had a viable family support program. And I have concerns that ours right now is not as good as it ought to be. So what I'm asking all of you in the NASA family, whether you're out on the West Coast, here on the East Coast, along the Gulf Coast, up on the Great Lakes, think about the natural disasters that could occur in your area. Think about attacks that could come like 9/11 from outside forces, and talk to your family about your work and what they need to do to prepare for the unforeseen. Develop a family preparedness plan in your house. Have an emergency supply kit available. Most people who live along the Gulf Coast always have an emergency kit for hurricanes. I'm not sure whether people out on the West Coast think about earthquakes and the like, but have an emergency supply kit at your home. Think about a family communications plan. Where are we going to meet if an emergency occurs and we're all over town? What are we going to do? Are we going to call each other on the cell phone? Just think about those things. If you have pets, think about a pet preparedness plan. How are you going to make sure that they're taken care of when you're spread all over the place? And then if you have family members who have special needs preparedness. The most important asset for us to successfully complete our mission is that our people, our families mainly, are taken care of so that we can come to work and feel good that if an emergency arises, our families are going to be taken care of. So I would ask you again, sit with your families, think about what you would do in an emergency situation. I hope that you'll embrace and support the Family Preparedness Program as we all get better prepared to deal with these emergencies. Know your stuff. You know what it is that you're going to do. Know what it is that you want your family to do if an emergency arises. But most of all, be prepared.
Last October, during a satellite interview with NASA Director Charlie Bolden, I asked the former astronaut if he had ever seen anything in space.
JR, I must admit, everybody that goes to space wants to see an alien. Or wants to see some evidence that there is other life in our universe, and I'm no different. But I am here to report that I saw no evidence, although deep in my heart I believe that there is good potential for other life in our universe.
There is no doubt we are being visited.
However, one of Bolden's colleagues says otherwise. Dr. Edgar Mitchell was the sixth man to walk on the moon. He came forward years ago claiming to have proof that alien life is out there.
The universe that we live in is much more wondrous, exciting, complex, and far-reaching than we were ever able to know up to this point in time. And the fact we have wondered, were we alone in the universe forever? Only in our period do we really have evidence, no, we're not alone.
So what's going on here? Why the different stories from two credible NASA sources? Last month, I had the chance to catch up with the NASA director again, this time in person, and I asked him about Ed Mitchell's stunning comments.
Ed Mitchell is a big believer in extraterrestrials. And as you and I talked about before, I am one who, because of my faith, I believe that there is very likely other life somewhere else in the universe. I just don't have any evidence to back that up. But Edgar is one who, contrary to my...
Are you serious? Are you serious? Now they're talking doomsday. That's right. NASA scientists are warning that civilization is doomed if a large asteroid comes into collision course with the Earth because we are unprepared. Really? Now NASA's going to start talking about doomsday. Well, Joseph Knuth, a NASA scientist, warned at a conference held earlier this week that humanity is very ill prepared for a surprise strike by a civilization-ending asteroid or comet. He warned that if an asteroid large enough to cause global cataclysm were headed toward Earth, there's not a lot we can do about it at the moment. Well, especially if NASA never tells us it's on the way. Now, they have identified 1,743 near-Earth objects. They've given them all names, the size of the rock, and the date it's going to go by the Earth, and how far of a distance it will be. None of which are projected to hit the Earth. But they've never given us the name, an identification of an asteroid or meteor that is going to hit. We had the one that hit Russia. NASA didn't see it. We had the one that hit Australia 3 months ago. NASA didn't see it. We had the one that deep impact in Spain Sunday night. NASA didn't see it. But they are nervous about an unexpected, cataclysmic, catastrophic, apocalyptic, causing a potential extinction upon the planet because we're not ready. Well, scientists recommend that we take urgent steps to avert this looming global disaster by building and deploying an observatory spacecraft that looks out for threatening asteroids and a ready-to-launch interceptor rocket that can be fired at short notice to deflect the asteroid. It sounds like Russia's plan, because really that's what Russia's been saying. Speaking this past Monday at the annual fall meeting of the American Geophysical Union in San Francisco, California, Joseph Knuth of NASA, a scientist at NASA's Space Flight Center, said that although they are extremely rare, impacts by large asteroids that can cause global devastation have happened in the past and could happen anytime in the future. So according to Knuth, should NASA detect an asteroid hurtling toward Earth, we would be helpless to stop it simply because we have failed to prepare. Are you serious? Are you serious? The biggest problem basically is we don't know where they're at, he said. We're going to have 2 deep impacts. Revelation chapter 8 told us that. And many others. Brimstone and fire will fall. And already the scientists are telling us that the 5 waves of energy. And notice this article comes out today, this morning, as we're approaching the second of the 5 waves of energy that's due December 26th. Gamma rays, cosmic rays from a cosmic collision that's going to disrupt our magnetosphere shield around the Earth. It's going to dump a ton of radiation in here that we haven't been used to. And who knows what else. The effects on the poles. Also, the magma inside the core of the Earth, crustal displacement, volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, and who knows what else. Extreme weather conditions that will be caused just simply from unseen gamma rays, cosmic rays. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Jesus said the heavens will be shaken. He said it in Luke 21. For there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and in the stars, and distress of nations with perplexity. The sea and the waves roaring. Excuse me. Men's hearts failing for fear, for looking after those things that are coming upon the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Then shall we see the Son of Man. Now that doesn't sound like doomsday. Well, it is for a lot of people, I suppose, and that's sad. Are you saved?